Hey everybody, welcome back. Markus Graves back again with another reaction to the Clone Wars, this time to episode 6 of season 7, Deal, No Deal. Deal or no deal? If you enjoyed the upcoming video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're so inclined. And now, let's get on into it.
Trace Martez, an aspiring pilot, and her older sister Rafa, a streetwise gambler with lofty aspirations.
Streetwise? Why should I worry? Why should I care? It's just through my blessing, but I got street savoir-faire.
Hey, it's your ship. You call it what you want. Why don't you name my bike while you're at it?
I did. Trash. Its name is Trash. Ahsoka, Rafa. Welcome aboard the Silver Angel.
The Silver Angel? You should rethink that.
That's what I told her.
What's wrong with the Silver Angel?
That's a military lane. You can't go there. That's a restricted area.
We're being hailed.
Don't answer that. We
Here.
don't do anything that makes us look suspicious.
I don't know, fly casually.
This is the Silver Angel. What can I do for you?
Have you lost your mind? This is military.
Yeah, she knows, not Admiral Yularen at this point. Is it Admiral at this point? The Apprentice lives.
I said the ship flies like a dream.
Yeah, a bad one.
I left the air brakes on. That could have been bad.
Which one of you is Rafa Martez? I am Kinash Locke, King Yoruba's major domo.
Huh? The King's Major Domo. Major Domo, hippity hop all the way to the birdie boiler. Like a harp and harpsichord type of thing. Very old school. Very Baroque.
What kind of medicine are we transporting?
You will deliver 3 containers of unrefined spice.
You may as well get that contract ready.
Because we've got the fastest ship around.
Many things can be made out of spice. And
I was thinking about that, especially unrefined spice. Yeah.
How many times has Rafa done a job like this?
I don't think she ever has.
Yeah, Rafa ran out of options. Some of it is probably protectiveness of her sister, I'm sure. But she's also opportunistic, so...
Must be local workers.
I think the term is slaves.
Can't be.
No, I don't like that word. Choose another one. The prisoners with jobs. Okay, good. She's very well acquainted with slave labor. Oh, it's Zygerian. I was just thinking when she was with Obi-Wan and Anakin on Zygeria.
How do you know so much?
I pay attention to the world around me, like the fact that the Pykes are gangsters.
Gangsters? What, like Pin-2 back on...
Worse.
Galactically worse. They'll take your ship, your life, everything.
My ship?
Your life, everything, my ship?
Why not make the best of a bad situation and deliver this spice to some place that can use it for medicine?
And Trace and I have a lot of people on Coruscant waiting for money we owe them.
No, you owe them, not her.
We can't pay off debt with your morality.
She knew what they were about. Why the fuck did she come on the mission then?
Said no one is taking my ship.
And that was not a good idea no matter which way you slice it.
Problem solved. Neither one of you gets your way, and I keep my ship. You're welcome.
you end up dead.
All the choices you can make, that is
Yeah.
literally the worst one. You two are just a pair, that's for sure. You should have thought of that before you jumped 30,000 credits worth of spice into space.
Stop it! Both of you!
Why the fuck does she come? And sure, I'm pretty sure she feels empathy towards Trace and how she's had to scrape and scrounge for her life, but you knew what they were about.
Well then, sounds like my plan is the best one we got.
That's not really addressing whether or not it's gonna work.
Hey, I know you guys get by, and you do whatever you can to get by, and I know, Rafa, you in particular are kind of a con artist, and you do what you need to do to get money, but I'm gonna come with you on this ship to make sure that you don't be a con artist, and that you aren't trying to just, manipulate people into getting money, and that you don't, do all this stuff. Okay.
You want to pay us our credits and send us on our way.
Here are your credits.
Nobody notices this.
This is highly irregular. I am going to make sure everything sorts out to our liking.
Okay, I was thinking, like, his dude, his right hand should at least be like, what? Hey everybody, if you're enjoying the content, please consider heading on over to my Patreon page and becoming a patron. Not only will you be helping to support the channel, you'll also gain access to exclusive content and benefits such as early access to my videos, full reactions, and my Patreon Discord. So, if you're so inclined, head on over to my Patreon page, the link is down below in the pinned comment, and become a patron. Once again, it's conveyed that Rafa and Trace are scroungive. I know, not a word, but, trying to make it more of like an adjective, just to describe that they've had to scrape, they've had to scrounge their lives. And this is kind of like what they know. With her getting her ship, odd-end jobs here and there, finally got her ship. Rafa is the same way. Hey, make our money here. Hey, got another job. Hey, that's what they do. They do odd jobs. They make their money. Rafa is a little bit more opportunistic and willing to manipulate than maybe Trace is, but this is what their life is about. Hence why Ahsoka wanted to be on her own. Trace is taking a liking to her, wants her to come along. You know what they're about. You saw it last episode with the droids. What were those droids called? They were demolition droids. That she was willing to sell them, and she said, "Oh, but these cause these cause harm." And Rafa was basically like, "Not my problem. We're doing this and the other." You know what they're about. And like I said during the reaction, yes, she probably feels something for Trace. She's taken a liking to her as well. And if they sold the spice to hospitals and everything like that, they would still get some money, but not the type of money that Rafa is looking for. I get that. And I suppose this has nothing to do with the story. Ahsoka has always been resolute in her ideology. There have been a couple instances where her ideas changed, such as when she's with Mina Bonteri and Lux Bonteri, and she has a very rigid and staunch view of the Separatists. And listening and talking with Mina and Lux kind of nuanced her a bit. So she has had times where her ideology has conflicted with some new information. But for the most part, she is very ideological. That's what the story conveys, and she's still conveying it here. I guess it's just a question of, and it may not be a story, this may just be responsive and have nothing to do with what the story is actually conveying. But it's just kind of a thing of, yes, you already know what her ideologies are and that they are not similar to yours. Why did you come? Perhaps the argument could be made, they did not know what the job was, and she did ask what was the job, and she said, "Oh, you don't like surprises, huh? Okay." And then when she figures out what the job is, she's against it. Okay. So what, did you think that they were wholly righteous runners? You know, I mean, this is the first time they've really gone out into it because she's never piloted a ship before. Trace has. Rafa's probably going out, but you thought that they were doing good for the whole world. Oh, good golly gosh by golly. You're like, what the... And I'm still very curious of, like, does nobody see her using for... Granted, she could have been whispering when she said, "You will give us the thing." Granted, she could have been whispering. Nobody sees this Togruta just waving her hands in the air and wondering, hey, what do you do? Especially because you're in a situation, for all intents and purposes, you're in a drug deal right now. You have the handoff about to happen. They are surrounded by their own guards. You're in enemy territory, who have Pykes at you. And they're not going to question you just doing shit? Yeah, okay. I mean, you see where this is going. Trace, as I mentioned in the last video, Trace has taken a liking to her, and she's never been so full on Rafa's methods. And Rafa has probably tried to keep her away from those methods as much as she possibly could. But you see, like, okay, she's going to be an influence for Trace. Maybe not Rafa, but certainly for Trace. And you see where the arc is probably heading. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe if you're so inclined. Check out my channel for all my other content that I have on there. My short films, reactions, reviews, breakdowns, all that good stuff that's on there, and much, much more to come. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.